Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Third Eye Media. Let's begin with today's current affairs session. The first topic of the day is it's related to economy. Inflation remains at 5.1% in February, but food prices go up. So inflation measured by the consumer food price index accelerated from 9% in January to 9.2% for urban residents. So it has been raised from 9 to 9.2%. Meanwhile, rural India experienced an 8.2% uptick in February compared with 7.9% in the previous month. So the inflation has been raised from the previous months. Next, second topic, it's a regional news actually. 100 stalls for self-help groups at Shilparamam. So what happened yesterday? Chief Minister A. Revant Reddy announced plans for the establishment of 100 stalls to facilitate the sale of produce by women self-help groups near Shilparamam in Hyderabad within a month. He also launched the Telangana Mahila Shakti scheme. Remember this scheme, very important. Telangana Mahila Shakti scheme designed to uplift the lives of 63.86 lakh SHG members, that's nothing but self-help group members in the state. So very important from the perspective of group 1, group 2 and group 3. Next, another news. State launches T-Safe service to help women monitor rights. The app makes travel safer for women, children and other vulnerable groups across the state. In a move towards improving women's safety, Chief Minister A. Revant Reddy unveiled the innovative, what does T-Safe stands for? Innovative Travel Safe Service and dedicated it to the citizens of the state with a special emphasis on women travelling alone. Even individuals with basic phones, so even individuals with basic phones can avail the T-Safe service by dialing 100 and selecting option 8 in the IVR, initiating ride monitoring by the T-Safe team. So the app can be accessed online at this particular links. We can go even in App Store, in store applications, we can download this particular application and access it. So here the links are given, so you can go and refer to that particular links, and you can also share this information with your female friends or family members, sisters, brothers, etc. So that's all. Next, second news, fourth news is CAA, that is Citizenship Amendment Act, won't impact citizenship of Indian Muslims, says Centre. So no Indian citizen will be asked to produce any document to prove his or her citizenship after Act. Centre says and adds that the law has nothing to do with the present 18 crore Indian Muslims who have equal rights as their Hindu counterparts. So this is not going to impact. It is clearly ministry is saying that it is not going to impact Muslims. According to the Citizenship Rules 2003 under the Citizenship Act 1955, the National Population Register, that is to be updated along the first phase of census, is the first step towards compilation of NRC. So now they are actually planning to update the NRC, that is National Register of Citizens. The minister stated on Tuesday that the CAA reduced the qualification period for acquiring Indian citizenship from 11 years to 5 years for the beneficiaries persecuted on religious grounds in Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh. So instead of 11 years, now 5 years. If they are staying in India for 5 years, these people can get citizenship in India without curtailing the freedom and opportunity of Indian Muslims to enjoy their rights as they have been usually practicing and entertaining since independence, like other Indian citizens belonging to other religions. So clear indication, Centre says that Centre has given a clear indication that this particular act will not impact citizens of India who are Muslims. Next, the minister also said that the CAA defined illegal migrant as a foreigner who has entered India without valid documents, just like the Citizenship Act of 1955. The ministry added that there was no bar on Muslims from anywhere in the world to seek Indian citizenship under Section 6 of the Citizenship Act, which deals with the citizenship by naturalization. It said there was a need to amend the Citizenship Act 1955 to show mercy on the persecuted minorities of those three countries. To get even more clarity on this particular topic, please go and refer citizenship part 2 of the Indian Constitution, that is the citizenship from Indian polity, so that you will be having a more understanding and clarity about with respect to this particular topic. Next, panel recommends law to regulate big tech firms. The Committee on Digital Competition Law formed by the Corporate Affairs Minister last February, released its report on Tuesday, recommending legislation to regulate the market power of big tech firms like Google and Meta. The Competition Act of 2002 intervenes after the occurrence of an anti-competitive conduct. Means this act will only protect a particular company after that particular company is being as discriminated or has gone under any threat. After that it will come into play. It will not come pre-disaster. Okay, means nothing but predeterminedly it will not come. It will come after the happening of that particular event. A draft prepared by the panel targets firms with a significant presence in the market for a core digital service, terming them systemically significant digital enterprises. The draft would compel firms to determine whether they are SSDEs. So we need to it is still vague. The definition of this SSDEs is still vague because they have not yet presented the complete legislation yet before the panel. If a firm does not self-designate, next, drug regulator warns about meropenem and disodium. Okay, these are the two drugs which are actually recently found. The Central Drug Standard Control Organization has cautioned against the manufacture and sale of unapproved drugs, especially warning against those falling under the category of new drugs. So it has clearly banned the new drugs which are going to come, which are manufactured and coming into the market in the present situation. The drug regulator, citing the example of meropenem, it's also called as, it is actually a antibacterial agent, and disodium EDTA, that is basically to treat calcium overload, noted that they had received information that some manufacturers were involved in manufacturing of marketing of drugs which the CDSO did not yet approve. So these two drugs are not yet approved. So manufacturing and selling of these drugs or marketing of these drugs is still unauthorized. Next, India was the top arms importer in 2019 to 2023. India was the top arms importer in the world in the period 2019 to 23, with imports having gone up by 4.7% compared with the period 2014-18. According to the Swedish think tank, that is SIPRI, that is Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. So this report is actually given by this particular SIPRI. 9 of the 10 biggest arm importers in 2019-23 include the top 3 of India, Saudi Arabia and Qatar, were in Asia and Oceania or the West Asia. So these are the 3 top countries now. Ukraine became the 4th biggest arms importer after it received transfers of major arms in 2022-23. In the recent budget presented in the February for financial year 2024-25, the total allocation for the Defence Ministry was 26.2 lakh crore, of which the capital allocation for new procurements was 21.72 lakh crore, which is 5.78% higher than the budget estimates of last year. So we have increased the defence expenditure this time, that is, we have proposed a new budget for defence in this particular financial year. Next, Elon Musk to open source his Grok chatbot to tackle rival ChatGPT. Elon Musk on Monday said he would make his Grok chatbot a rival to ChatGPT open source, as is feared with OpenAI deepens. The multi-billionaire unveiled Grok late last year as he attempts to catch up with OpenAI, which he helped create in 2015 along with its CEO Sam Altman, providing key financing in its early days. So now Musk is going to open source his Grok chatbot. Next, January industrial growth slows to 3.8%. 8 of the 23 manufacturing segments tracked by the NSO to compute the IIP contract in January. IIP stands for Index of Industrial Production, and it is actually computed by National Statistical Office. That's the only point we require here. Apart from that, the figures are like no need to remember all these figures. Just for the information, I am giving it to you. India's industrial output growth slowed to 3.8% in January from an upgraded uptick of 4.24% in December, while with the manufacturing sector growth slowing to 3.2% from 4.5%, and consumer non-durables slipping into contraction for the second time in 3 months. So basically, industrial growth has been decreased in a rapid manner. Next, PM opens railway siding at Suzuki's Gujarat plant. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday inaugurated India's first automobile in-plant railway siding at Maruti Suzuki India Limited's wholly owned subsidiary Suzuki Motor Gujarat Private Limited's unit in Becharaji, Gujarat via video conferencing. A part of the Ghati Shakti program, the in-plant railway siding, here important is not about this particular thing, Ghati Shakti program. So just go and see what is this Ghati Shakti program is all about. Siding is expected to reduce carbon footprint in logistics, bring down fossil fuel consumption and reduce road congestion, MSIL said in a statement. That is something what your Maruti Suzuki India Limited said in the statement. So that's all for the day. I hope you like the video. Keep watching and don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel. All the best. Keep learning. Thank you.